I thought it'd be really good if we showed people, we thought it'd be really good if we showed people what it's like before a session and what we're going to work on and talk about that. And then we'll have some short clips during the session so you can see, everybody can see what we actually did.
Yeah.
And then afterwards show the results and what's happening that way.
Yeah.
But before we do that, why don't we talk just a moment about, you've been stretched for quite a while now and been self-stretching and assisted stretches for a couple years now.
Yes, about 2.5 years. I've been very consistent with
And
work.
more consistently assisted stretched in the last, say, 6 months.
6 months, yeah.
Yeah. So just say something about what's happened for you or what's happening now, because it keeps accelerating the changes. And so just start anywhere and explain what's happened so far.
Well, at this present moment, I'm feeling amazing in my body. It's almost unbelievable of how good I feel. My joints feel very lubricated and loose, and I have a lot of freedom of movement. And emotionally, I feel really stable right now. Which, not saying that it was like hugely unstable or crazy, but I had my stuff and just wanted to really work through that. And it's through your work and through my body that I'm able to like transmute all this.
And so we've been working a lot on your legs, and we're going to work on your legs again today. And you probably knew you wanted your legs to be better, but you keep expressing you didn't know how much needed to change in your legs in terms of removing dense fascia and scar tissue in order to give you very light legs. You didn't even know your leg could be that light, right?
No, and I didn't realize how much my biomechanics could change too, and how that affects my brain and what I'm thinking. And
your ability to think and analyze. Huh?
Yeah, and I didn't really know what thinking was.
And then we spent a lot of time in the last sessions stretching out the muscle groups on the back center of your leg, going up your back. That's associated with the brain meridian in Chinese medicine. And when we did that and removed that dense fascia and scar tissue, it opened you up in the front for what's called sexual meridian, or the conception in the front of the body. And then that really affected your endocrine system, which determines your shape and your weight. And so what happened with your shape and your weight?
Yeah, well, most of my life I was very just straight. I didn't have much shape. So he used to call me Barrel. And that's funny, but I wanted that to change. And so now I actually have a curve, which I never thought. I was always envious. So it's a little embarrassing, but I now have a shape in here where it used to be just straight, and my hips actually filled out as well, which I never knew was possible.
Yeah.
To have that.
And then the movement you have in your legs?
Oh yeah, I could just, any position, here, 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 here.
And so it affected you all the way up in your shape. And then what about your looks, Erika? What happened?
Well, I actually could look in the mirror and I see myself as being pretty, which is now more acceptable for me to say that. I never thought I was pretty, and I was always, again, envious of other women. But I feel like each time we have a session, my looks keep going up and up.
And have you had other things besides pretty in terms of your looks? Did you also have glamorous?
Yes, which I never... All these high traits are actually more difficult to handle, but the high side is just thrilling and exciting.
So at one time we affected your looks where you were classier looking. Remember that?
Yes, I do.
More sense of line, like a model, right, that way, right?
Yes, or like a queen.
Okay. And then the other day we were stretching, you became more glamorous in your looks, which was very unusual. You had no idea. I saw you look in the mirror. We're looking in a mirror right now. We're seeing ourselves in a mirror. You looked at yourself, and I caught yourself seeing that you looked at yourself and thought you were as good looking in the same league as the most attractive people you ever met, that you ever saw. Is that true?
That is very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glamorous, very, lots of persona.
Yeah, my eyes were bigger, my cheeks were full, my lips were more full as well, voluptuous.
Yes.
And the way that other people were looking at me as well.
Yes.
I really had to stay out with my attention because it makes me very shy.
Yes.
But I really like that feeling.
It's an
Intimate.
intimacy
Yeah, an
thing,
intimate
right, yeah.
feeling.
So what we're going to do today is we're going to work on Erica's legs. So what we're going to do is we're going to take more stuff out of their legs. So the legs actually will rotate internally more. The pelvis will actually extend more than it is now. The glutes will develop more, the upper part of the glutes. The legs will untwist going down the legs. You'll get even more shape. You'll become even more contained in your whole body. And then we'll go up into your upper body and your shoulder girdle and give you more extension of your shoulder girdle back that way, extension, more external rotation of your arms, more opening here, broader shoulders. And then in terms of your back, we're going to give you more length in this part of your back here. So all this part of your back shoves forward more. That presents you more in the front of your body and brings people's attention up to your face. We're going to try some things like that.
I like that.
Do you have anything in particular you want to work on today?
To keep going.
To keep
Just
going.
keep going. Yeah, keep going with the upgrades. And also, I think...
We're going to do more on your lateral quad because it affects your ability to be self-expressive.
I think that's number one.
That's number one.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what we need to, we'll do a lot of that.
Okay.
Because you told me that in the past, you stopped self-expressing for various reasons based on your conditioning and what was happening as an adaptive measure. And now by stretching out your lateral quad, which comes up into your vocal cords and around your mouth, allows you to be more, to tell people what you're actually thinking. Is that true?
That's very true, because I feel like I do have a lot of thoughts, but
Yes.
it's harder for me to be verbal and to find the right words to express.
Describe those. Okay, great. So then we're going to stretch Erika now. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a board down on the ground and strap down, stabilize her body some so we can go individually after each leg. And then we'll actually go after the arms and the trunk and stuff. So, and we'll make some clips of that session so you can see some of the high points of some of the things we're doing when we're stretching. And I'll introduce you to Richard when we put the board down and we start to stretch her. Okay?
Great.
Okay,
Ready.
good. Okay, let's do that. So this is how we assist somebody to stabilize the legs or arms. You can see Erika's waist is strapped in. Richard and I, everybody, this is Richard. Richard and I are going to help Erika stretch, assisted stretching. And then we've stabilized her leg and her lower leg, ankle and foot, and the pelvis up here, of course, so we can actually manipulate her right leg around in 8 different directions. We're going to move her in a path going this way and that way, a path going this way and that way, this way and that way, and this way and that way, with different rotations to make 8 different patterns of stretches. And we're looking for where in those angles, those 45-degree angles that we're moving her in, where there's dense fascia and scar tissue. And where there is, her body will naturally tense as we move her leg in these different directions to remove the dense fascia and scar tissue. And we'll show you clips of this, of the session. The session lasts about an hour and a half, and we'll show you a couple clips of this so you can see a sample of some of the things we actually do. Okay, great. Okay, let's see what we got here. I want to push out instead.
Yeah, I do feel all that.
You have all that, right? Cool. Let's try that again, please. Cool. Let's go get this already. When you stretch somebody, every muscle either flexes or extends you, abducts or abducts you, or inward or outward rotates you. Does one of each of those. So to get a stretch in a muscle, which one of those they do. For example, we're going to stretch her leg where the muscles, when they contract, extend her leg, internally rotate her thigh, and extend her thigh downward. So then, because when the muscles contract, they make those movements, extension, adduction, and internal rotation. We're going to do the opposite of those. We're going to flex her, we're going to abduct her, and we're going to externally rotate her in order to change that particular muscle group. And there's a 45-degree arc of where we play in to look for dense fascia and scar tissue. Okay, here we go. Help yourself, Erika. And push up and out towards me, Erika. I'm going to go external for gallbladder. You're stronger, Richard. Yeah. Give me more rotation. Yeah, keep giving me that. Again, please. Push out towards me, please. Give me the extension. Cool.
Kick in.
Come down to me. Kick out, please. Push out, please. Push out, please. Go. Give me internal. Cool. Okay. Okay.
You guys are working so hard.
See, this is the part we need, so people can see what it's actually like for somebody. Yeah. So let's bring her out, so we can do the other side. Yeah, just lift her on up. I'll bring that to me. Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah. Just say a couple things. Move around, Erika, and express what you're feeling.
My leg feels so much lighter, and my joint feels so lubricated. It just makes me feel like I just want to dance or move. My leg feels a little unknown right now, of like, this is actually my leg. So when I'm looking in the mirror, I'm like, oh my God, this is my leg. So I'm really identifying that this is my leg. It's not just a part.
Right. It's yours. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's personalized now instead of depersonalized.
Yes. Yes.
And it changes the alignment of your leg all the way down to your foot on the ground and everything. So you're more grounded and rooted with your foot, and you feel like your leg is stacked underneath of your pelvis, or that your pelvis is stacked on top of your leg. And it's like you could just stand there all day long in a ticket line for 5 hours if you needed to.
Yes, I do feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My attention goes to the lateral part of her sexual meridian.
Yes.
And her hip flexors right here on the front.
Yeah.
She's longer in her lower abdomen.
Yes, I totally agree. This whole area up here is longer, right? Yeah, I see that. Yeah. Brings in the waist more and nicer shape to the hip, right?
Yes.
Even more hip.
Even more hips.
Yeah.
We don't want my hips getting too wide. Just kidding.
Okay, cool. Let's try the other leg. Okay, we just stretched Erika's other leg. Richard had to leave, so the cameraman, Eric, came in and stretched the leg. But let's find out what happened when she stands up. Gotcha.
Thank you.
Cool. Let's see what you notice.
First thing that I notice is my breath.
Yeah, you have
Breathing.
much more air.
A lot more air, which I love.
Yeah.
I feel, oddly enough, my chest feels more open.
It is. Your chest is more presented and more open.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
My left leg definitely feels similar to the other leg of lighter. I feel more lightheaded right now. Yet I feel very grounded in my feet.
Yeah.
Like we were saying before, of just like I could stand here for hours
Yes.
and it not hurt at all.
Right. Move around a little bit with your legs and check it out and see how they feel.
Yeah. I feel like I'll even be better in Tai Chi. Like I can actually hold positions.
That's great.
Yeah.
A side view will really show you how much it affected the extension of your pelvis and how much more glutes you got here, and then how it lifted up your chest and brought your shoulders back and your head back so you're in a better alignment, right?
Yeah,
You
I
can
see
see that,
how
right?
I'm really stacked up the proper way in my alignment.
Stacked up. You're definitely
Stacked.
up.
Yes. And I'm not like intentionally going like this.
No, but the
It's
belly
just
is actually, the abdominals have contracted more. I can see that. They're more pulled in without you trying to do it. And you have less hyperextension in your knees. Less hyperextension, your knees are more.
Right.
This
I
way.
used to be really back like that.
Yes.
And now this is very natural. It definitely feels more comfortable in my knees
Yes.
as well. Doesn't feel like I'm collapsing at all.
Try a forward bend with your legs wide and see how it feels, Erika.
Oh, it feels like I could go like way deep into the ground.
Yeah, normally you don't flex that much, right?
No, not at all.
And can you try with your feet close together and also with one leg in front of the other so you can compare your 3 hamstrings?
That feels really easy.
And even pushing up feels really easy. I'm able to contract my muscles.
Yeah, your hamstrings and glutes and calves and all your the muscles in the back get to lift you up more. You have better range in that.
Yeah, more stability also. I
Yes.
feel very supported by my legs.
Where I think I was using a lot of my trunk before to try to like get myself up.
Instead of using your glutes and stuff to bring your body up.
Right.
And can you sit in a butterfly or what we call a kidney position and tell us what you notice about your legs? Yeah.
Well, the first thing that I notice is how upright I am,
Yes.
because usually it's very difficult for me to be upright. I'm
Yeah, you're
very
usually
slouched.
using your upper back to hold you up instead of your pelvis being more rotated forward and your legs more outward so that your body gets to sit up.
Yeah, I feel my legs definitely, like my femurs are more externally rotated.
Yeah.
It's definitely more comfortable.
Yeah.
I feel like still like I could breathe better.
Yeah,
have
more and more
access.
air. You got so much air change from stretching your leg muscles, and it changed how your pelvis was positioned. So your pelvis ended up being more, your pelvis instead of being flexed, I'm exaggerated, gets more extended. And that means your lower back is now longer. And so your diaphragm can descend better. So then you get better breathing, like a piston instead of a forward back motion, right?
Yeah, I definitely sense that and feel it. I also feel the energy coming up.
Yes.
Which
The yin energy
the
coming
yin
off the
energy.
front.
Usually I'm just feeling the yang and the force, and I just feel softer within my being,
Yeah, you appear softer. Yeah, it's definitely true.
more quiet.
Yeah. The voice is more feminine too.
I really like that.
Yeah.
Anything that has to do with feminine is really good. So thank you for telling me that.
Yeah, that's great.
I'll take that in. Yeah. I mean, even though like my knees are up, like I don't feel the need to like, oh, my knees should be down on the floor. Like this just feels really comfortable, and like I feel more acceptance with myself. That's what's coming up for me as well.
Okay.
Not the shoulds that I
Not
used to
the
have.
should or the expectations. So not that you don't have those, but that's not what's up,
That's not what's up right now.
right? You've transcended those. You've gone into acceptance
Yeah.
without denying that.
Right.
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 Yeah, your shoulders look more comfortable. Yeah. We haven't even worked on your arms yet.
Yeah.
So let's go stretch out the muscles on your back, because we've stretched out the muscles in your lower body this way. Let's go up your back, and you'll be leaning backwards, and as you're leaning back, seated, show the position sideways. So you'll be leaning back a lot, and while she's leaning back, we're going to use forces. People are going to push her forward while she pushes back, so we can stretch the back muscles more. And so what ends up happening is that as you stretch all the muscles of the back, when Erika stands up, her pelvis will extend more, and then the lower back will be longer, and then the thoracic spine will be shorter, and this will be less curved, and that's what will happen to your back. And we'll see it as an unstraightened, your legs will get even more untwisted.
Great.
Yeah, let's go do that. Okay. Great. Okay. Yeah, you're going to really come back towards me. That's right. Okay, here we go. You can use your hands to pull your trunk down too. You're gonna strengthen, I'll resist you as you come back. Good timing. Push back, please. And need help, yeah. Well, that's much better for my body. Cool. Okay, let's go next door. Thanks, Ethan.
Okay. Thanks, Ethan.
So we just stretched out Erika's back. She was sitting on the ground with her feet pushing against something. And as she pushed backwards by contracting the back of her legs and by pushing backwards with her spine, the muscles on her back, we then bent her forward while she was resisting that so we could stretch all the muscles of her back going up to her head. And then we'd resist her while she contracted her hamstrings and pulled her pelvis under and curled back. What happened, Erika?
Well, it was intense at certain points for my legs. But again, my legs feel super light. And so much is going on in my spine where I'm trying to like integrate everything that just happened. I feel very light and very vertical.
Made your eyes really different. Your eyes are like very sparkly right now.
They feel very big,
Big and
large.
and sparkly, actually, is what they look like. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like sparkly.
What happens for your side view, Erika? What do you see when you look in the mirror in the side view?
Very extended in my pelvis.
Yes, and more extended here now. So this whole
Yes.
part of your back, which would normally be curled back here, I'm exaggerating, actually all gets to shove forward. And as that shoves forward, the shoulders just naturally rotate back to extend. Whereas other people are thinking of pulling these back. If you stretch out this part of the back, this part of the back goes, it's as if the back is too
Yeah,
far
like
back
that.
this way, and when you
Yeah.
stretch those muscles, they contract, and that whole part of your thoracic spine moves forward. And once it moves forward, then the shoulders just naturally rotate and extend on top, as opposed to trying to pull them back. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel very natural in my my
Erect
posture.
posture.
In my
When you first
stance.
came out of that stretch, you said, "What just happened?"
Yeah.
Explain that. Like, what is that?
Well, I feel like you just took me through different realms, different like time periods, like through my life. So I'm really noticing being like in my body, and it feels very different, but there's an familiar feeling.
Unfamiliar to you, yes.
Yeah.
Can you see how much more contained you are after stretching the back of the body, and how much it opens you up in the front, and how much more intimacy is easy? Social, you're not as self-conscious. You get to process your self-consciousness better because your attention stays out more. Do you see that?
Yes, because
It's
it's much
easier to be
easier to
out.
look at you
Yeah.
without looking away or
Right.
yes, feeling self-conscious.
Yes, yeah. You start processing your chronic tenseness by your body having natural tension to remove the chronic tenseness. That's what's actually happening.
Yeah.
And I can tell you're more conscious of things outside also.
Yeah, I'm definitely noticing what's around me.
And the volume of the room and stuff like that, right?
The
Not,
brightness of
not
the
what you're
lights.
usually doing, right?
No.
Yeah. So
Usually I'm
that's-
trying to go in and like escape in a way to try
Right.
to protect myself. And now I
Yes.
feel very
Yeah, the room
secure.
has enormous volume, right?
Yeah.
And then you have that inside. You have a volume to you inside. You have more space inside, right?
Yeah, it's a wild phenomenon. I kind of feel like the whole universe is inside of me. Like I don't have limits, but I'm also contained.
Yes, that's correct. That's what it's like. And you look much more contained as your shape and like instead of you being expanded out energetically, you come in more, right?
Yes.
So then the waist comes in more, the whole body looks like it pulls together, like you really get pulled together. you know?
Yes. And again, I like look at myself in the mirror, and at first I'm like, who is that person? And I feel such joy because like that is me.
Yes.
Like all these changes that I've been having throughout the years of working with you, and especially the last couple sessions of the awareness of me, like who I am.
Right. This is really who you are, huh?
Yeah, it's so incredibly
It's
satisfying.
connected you to that, and then and now you get to be satisfied with yourself instead of being, besides being critical or judgmental, which a person needs to have those qualities, right? So they'll be realistic and everything. But you have more acceptance of yourself and pleasure just being yourself, right?
Yes.
And your looks in particular, you're not unsatisfied with the look, huh?
No, I love it.
Yeah,
It just keeps getting upgraded. I feel very satisfied.
yeah.
And even more so that I'm not trying to always get it from the outside to get filled by other people or things. Like I feel satisfied within. And of course there's the outside world,
Yes.
but I feel like I'm more real.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Like where people could land in me.
Right. They can get to you finally.
They could get to me. Yeah,
Right. They
whereas
can
before
attach
I
you.
was really putting blockages up,
Uh-huh.
which I kind of knew, but didn't really know.
Right. Because you'd have to not do it to know what that was really like.
Yeah.
It would be like eating, if you eat regular food until you eat really good food, you don't have perspective. So this gives you perspective on what it's like for you to be really this way.
Right.
Yeah, not just not the other way.
Right. Because I was
Right.
always trying to not be rigid
Right,
or like look like I was ready for a fight.
right, yeah.
And so I was trying not to be that way, but this, it's natural. And when I need to be that way, I can.
Can you move around again with your body and see how your movements feel to you?
I actually kind of want to do like this.
That's great.
Oh my God, that's embarrassing. I never want to do that.
That's so
I mean,
great.
usually I don't, but I do now. Like,
That's so great.
I feel like I could do my belly dancing now.
Okay, right. That's great.
Yeah, it gives me so much more room. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Uncharacteristic, right? Totally.
Totally.
Uh-huh.
And especially my type, just being more controlled. And this is
More stoic.
stoic.
I mean,
and
this is not very stoic.
This is not stoic, no.
Right.
People would not expect me to move like this.
Right.
Like, who is Erika right now?
Yeah, so let's do a little bit with your arms and see what we can get done with the arms, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to get the board out of the way because I don't need the board to stretch your arms.
Okay.
Pull forward. Switching roles now. Do it. Hold her. Push back with your arm. And pull forward again. And push back again with your arm. Keep pushing back. Oh, thanks. Last one. Push back towards me, please. Keep pushing back. Resist with your trunk and arm. Pull forward, please. Here comes lung. Come on. Okay, standing up and check it out.
Woo, thank you. Oh. Huh. Interesting. Oh. I'm just being so present right now. I'm not really sure what I'm doing.
You're very much a wash on, a wash off, wash on, a wash off. Yeah.
A little tennis swing, a little
Yeah.
back swing.
Forward backhand.
This is the grace that I had,
Yes,
that I want always.
right.
Mm.
Okay, let's try the other arm already.
Whew.
You don't have to always have words for knowing how you've changed. They might come later, you know?
Yeah, okay, that's
Right,
good.
right,
I'm gonna put pressure on myself.
right. Push back, please. Keep trying to externally rotate your arm. Keep doing that.
You really know how to do this way.
And now pull forward again. Don't let him bring your trunk. Don't let him do that. Resist with your trunk. Resist with your arm. Cool. Okay, cool. He's got you.
Okay, thank you.
What you got, Erika?
I feel very powerful. Lots of breath. I just feel very open in my chest. I feel like boundaries.
Yes,
Like I want you there, you stay there. I'm
Right.
here. I'm the
Right.
boss.
right.
It's very empowering, but not being forceful.
Right.
It's like I just know what I need right now. Yeah, there's a different feeling in my face.
Right. Let's bring that up more for you. Help yourself. And just resist us. We're going to give you lift while you're resisting. Yeah. How's it feel, Erika?
Oh, amazing. Oh, I love the breath.
So Ethan and I are pushing against each other in order to give her a rise in her body. Hold her for a moment. I got you. Okay, want to pike, Erika? Help yourself. Again, please. Grab her. How is it, Erika?
The best feeling in the world for me. My whole body is elongated and lots of oxygen. Relief.
Hold it for that. Let your feet flex, please. Let's go back in the middle. Yeah, check that out. Now this is powerful. Right? This is...
Wow. I really enjoy this feeling. Walk around with this all day.
Right.
I feel so in my body.
Right. So feeling your body, not going down into it, the feelings of your body coming up to you, right?
Yes, I feel like things are pouring into me.
Yeah, the world's just pouring in through your five senses, and then you get to feel your body's response to what's coming into you.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yes, I'm just noticing everything around me.
A lot of
Very-
delight in what's in the situation, yeah?
Noticing the colors, I'm noticing the windows, and I'm noticing your great green shirt.
That coordinated with your top.
Exactly. We didn't even plan that.
Right.
Feeling very happy.
Okay, and let's just do the last stretch now. We're just going to put you in a stretch to stretch out the front center of your body.
Okay.
Okay? Ethan, thanks very much for impromptu jumping in.
Hands like
Yes,
this.
Okay, we're with you. How's this, Erika?
Oh, amazing.
So much air,
Oh,
right?
so much air.
So we're pushing against each other to give her lift in her body. Get ready. Resist, Erika. Bend your knees, bend your trunk, bend your head up. Bring your elbows into your body. Come on. Cool, now lengthen back down. Give her length. Cool, thanks. Hold her. Okay, you can pike, I got you. Easier to fold, huh?
Very, very natural.
How's the lift, Erika? Let us give you lift now.
Okay.
And let your feet flex again. I got you. Yeah, check that out.
Woo!
This is a lot of persona.
Whew.
Big hair, huh?
Big hair.
Uh-huh.
Incredible intimacy in your eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, my eyes feel really big. I feel like I'm just...
You feel
wow.
this close to other people, even though you're
Yeah.
even though you're at a distance, you feel this close to people, right? It's that intimate, right?
Yes.
Stretching out the front center of your body gives you increases in intimacy, assuming you're tensing the muscles, while you're stretching them, right? So you actually
Yeah.
get a stretch. Yeah, huh?
This is wonderful.
Yeah. This is soft, huh? Yeah. The lung was like metal and tough, but
Yeah.
pliable.
Yeah.
But this is very air and soft and spongy, right? Like a bunny rabbit or, yeah.
I like that.
We're going to call her Bunny Rabbit from now on. Yeah.
Really noticing both of your faces.
Yeah, the
That's where
attention
my
really goes
attention
to the
goes.
face when you stretch out the front center, huh?
I feel like I breathe even more when I'm looking at you.
Correct.
To,
In
like,
other words, if you
process
stay
everything that is happening.
if you stay out with your attention to other people, you end up breathing better and dismantling your overly self-consciousness, right?
Yeah.
You don't get rid of that, it just transmutes into relaxation instead of feeling tense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're going into more and more being relaxed about that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm able to be with you guys now instead of like, what
Right,
am I
it's much
supposed to
more
do?
about being than it is about having perspective, right?
Right,
Uh,
right. Very safe feeling.
very interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. So you can tell that your looks are very much a response to your attachment to other people. It's not just your geography that you're born with, it's your attachment to other people that causes your facial expressions to form, right?
I see that, and I never used to know that.
Yeah.
I never used to know how to do that.
Yes.
So I would look at somebody, they would look at me, and it would feel so intimate.
Yes.
I didn't know what to do.
Right. Didn't know to keep looking at them and attaching and processing your
Right.
desires when you were looking at them, right?
Yeah, it was overwhelming for me, and now it's like, wow. Like I'm seeing everything that's so special about each of you,
Yeah.
especially your faces, like your eyes, Ethan. Wow, it's like diving in.
Yeah. Yeah, they're inside other people. They really go right inside to the other person.
Yeah.
They go inside to find out what's special. It's not just like the quality of their hair, or it's some aspect of them internally, like you're so generous as a person, or
Yeah.
you're such a decent person. I mean, they really pick up these deep traits for people, right?
Yeah, and what just came to me, it's not objectifying,
No, it's not.
like just the parts, like oh, your eyes or your, but yeah, like it's what's behind that.
Yes.
Like, yeah, the inside.
Yes. Great. Thanks, Ethan.
Thank you, Ethan, for helping.
Great, Eric. Thanks a million.
Eric, thank you.
Well, we filmed it today. If it doesn't work, we'll film it another day. You know what I mean? That's how that works, right? Okay.